Hello everyone and welcome to Digital Marketing 101. I'm going to give you a quick overview of where the marketing world is heading and how you can take advantage of it. First, let's go over the phrase digital marketing. If we have to define it, a good definition is the promotion of products or brands via one or more forms of electronic media. Or in other words, it's promoting your business using websites and SEO, email marketing, mobile and text marketing, streaming radio and videos, social networks, blogging, maintaining a good reputation, and through paid advertising. So you might be thinking that digital marketing is the same as what's known as traditional marketing, but on the internet. Well, that's not quite the case. You see, back in the olden days, marketing was done by interrupting customers. So whether the customer wanted to or not, they saw or heard your message. Common methods of traditional marketing include TV commercials, radio commercials, telemarketing calls, print ads in newspapers and magazines, and junk mail. I'm sure we've all been a victim of traditional marketing at one time or another. This method of interrupting a customer is now called outbound marketing. You are pushing your message out to the consumer. And these channels were really successful for a long time, but they aren't as effective in today's modern age. With the internet and digital marketing, we've paved the way for inbound marketing, or pulling the customers towards you. Inbound marketing helps take care of two big problems that come with traditional marketing: one-way communication and no real-time feedback. Traditional marketing channels don't foster a dialogue between the marketer and the consumer, and the rapid explosion of internet and social media has meant that real-time communication is key. While traditional marketing is all about impressions, digital marketing focuses on the more important aspect of creating an experience for users. I'll get into more specific strategies in a little while, but first I want to explain the different digital marketing channels. So here again are the 8 main channels of digital marketing. We're going to start with websites and search engine optimization, or SEO. In today's society, it's essential that you have a website. Whether you pay a little extra to get a custom site or use one of the subsites provided by USABG, having an online presence is important because it helps your company get found online and provides your target audience with information about your products or services. It also serves as a kind of 24/7 salesman because anyone can hop on at any time to learn more about the products that you sell and then contact you for either additional information or to purchase a product. The website also drives business because you can include your web address in your traditional marketing mediums and help boost viewership by using search engine optimization. Search engine optimization, or SEO, is the process of tailoring your website to appear in the organic listings of a search engine like Google for a particular keyword or key phrase. Content is ranked based on what the search engines consider as the most relevant to users. In other words, Google's goal is to provide users with the information the users are searching for. The goal for you is to take all of these top spots on the front page. In fact, 75% of searchers never scroll past the first page of results. So how do you do this? Well, first, you want to make sure you have a good website design. It should be clean with eye-catching graphics, have clear and intuitive navigation, and be informative. When creating your website, just be sure that the overall design is user-friendly. If your website is unattractive to your audience, they will not stay on your site, and this can hurt your efforts. For content, aim for 300 to 400 words per page and keep it interesting with subheads, bullet points, and helpful graphics. You should only have one page per product and write for people, not search engines. What I mean by this is to add relevant keywords, or the terms that people search for, to your content in ways that are readable. Some suggestions for pages are frequently asked questions sections, customer testimonials, linking your website to a blog, or even providing video and audio transcription on your site. You can see here the keywords that Starbucks includes on their company page. Then fill out your metadata. This information tells search engines what your website and its pages are about and affects how a search engine ranks your website. It also appears in the search engine results to inform the searcher what the website is about. Notice the metadata includes the same keywords that can be found in the content on the actual page. You should also earn backlinks to your website. A backlink is a link on a different website that links back to your own website. Backlinks are often found in the About sections of social network profiles, as well as on your personal or other experts' blogs. The more your website URL appears across the web, the more authority you have, and thus your website will rank higher in search results. One good way to earn backlinks is by blogging. Blogging allows you to establish yourself as an expert in your field and provide your audience with valuable information that they can use. Since blogs are updated regularly, it's an easy way to keep your audience coming back to your site, and this builds brand loyalty. It also builds your credibility with other industry experts who should link back to your blog when they write a related article. With the increased popularity of SEO, paid advertising was born. Digital advertising comes in many forms, but it generally refers to advertising your company by placing ads on various websites or search engines. The first main type of digital advertising is called pay-per-click or PPC. These are the sponsored listings that appear at the top and on the side of search engines. Companies only have to pay for the ad when a user clicks on the ad, hence the name pay-per-click. The second type is called display advertising. These are the banner ads that appear on different websites, often at the top and on the sides. And the last major part of digital advertising is social media advertising. You can choose to pay money to have your posts viewed by more people, and you can choose which demographics you want to target. Digital advertising can be really cheap depending on how many direct competitors you have and your target audiences. As for some best practices, first, read the rules carefully. Facebook, for example, has an 80-20 rule where your advertisement cannot consist of more than 20% text. You should use good images so that more people will be interested in your ads, and you should make sure there is a clear call to action. A call to action is the text that tells the viewers what to do, so your ads might say something like "get a quote" or "sign up for my newsletter." Of course, that newsletter is a part of email marketing. While the effectiveness of email marketing is constantly changing, it's still a digital marketing tactic that can help your business. You can send out emails to your customers about current or upcoming promotions, perform customer surveys, or even share recent news about your industry. You all should be pretty familiar with email marketing, so I'm just going to go over some of the best practices. First, personalize your email. This makes the reader feel like you're communicating with them one-on-one. Also, make sure to include your own contact information. Come up with compelling headlines to grab the interest of the reader. Keep your content brief but informative. People typically just skim over emails, so you want to quickly get them what they need to know. As with digital advertising, have a clear call to action. The user should know exactly what you want them to do or the purpose of the email. Have a clean design and interesting graphics. You want something that grabs the attention of and is easily understood by the reader. Include your contact information so the reader knows how to reach you if they have more questions. And it's highly recommended to include a privacy policy link that explains to the reader how their information is being used. Mobile marketing is another popular digital marketing tactic. Most people today have some type of mobile device they use regularly, so enabling mobile tactics can increase your reach. Mobile marketing tactics include SMS or text messages, apps, and optimizing your website for mobile. Here's an example of how Starbucks' website looks on a smartphone. Your website should be mobile responsive for two reasons. First, visitors to your website on a smartphone or tablet will be able to easily access your site and experience it more fully. And second, Google sends mobile searchers to sites that are mobile friendly. You should also take advantage of QR codes. These markers are printed on your other marketing materials, and then a mobile user can scan the image and will be immediately sent to your website. Did you know that 51% of consumers most often check their email on a smartphone or tablet? Did you know that if an email doesn't look good on a mobile device, 80% of their readers will simply delete it? This is why it's important to create emails that are mobile friendly. Key elements of a good mobile friendly email include short headers, large text and buttons that are finger tapping size, and a single column layout. This one's pretty obvious, but don't send text to people who haven't opted into the service. This goes back to the basics of marketing. People don't want to be interrupted, especially on personal items like their cell phone. Gather preferences and critical information during the opt-in process and leverage your CRM data. Combine those preferences with segmentation data and customer insights to create high-value messages that target users based on their preferences, needs, and interests. The when in mobile is essential, not only to be relevant, but to avoid a potential issue or complaint. Implement triggers based on key consumer behaviors, but also take care to avoid sending SMS promotional messages during off hours. Nothing is more annoying than being awakened by a company sending you a promotion in the middle of the night. And finally, test and learn. Find the most effective text messages and the best time to send them. Not too many businesses take advantage of streaming audio and video because it can be really time consuming, but I wanted you to know that it is an option. If you want to put together some podcasts or YouTube videos, some best practices are to be organized. Time is an important consideration when creating podcast episodes. Episodes play in real time, so be considerate of your users' attention and time. Use notes and an outline to keep your episode on topic. This is especially important in a live recording of a conversation between two or more people. Keeping pauses and distracting conversation to a minimum will also speed the post-production editing task. Provide notes for listeners to review before and during the episode. Episode notes can be as simple as a bulleted list in a downloadable text document or as complex as a live web page. Notes also help the hearing impaired enjoy your content. Deliver valuable, informative, engaging, and entertaining content that your listeners can't get from any other media. Repurposing content may have its benefits, but you should strive to be a unique source of information for your users. Use proper tagging of metadata. This is important to ensure your podcast can be found and organized by podcasting software and directories. Metadata is additional information embedded in an object that provides descriptive information to software about that object. Be consistent. If you're going to do a podcast or YouTube series, make the time in your schedule to do them and keep to it. Consistency will keep your listeners and viewers coming back. And finally, engage with your audience. Don't just post a YouTube video and forget about it. Come back to the comments and reply. Social media. There are billions of people using social media today, and social media marketing is a digital marketing tactic that many companies have started to implement. One simple way to market via social media is to simply create social media accounts and interact with and engage your audience. You want to set up business accounts that are separate from your personal accounts. If you watched my Facebook training video, I go into more detail about this, but the gist of it is that your audience that's interested in your personal life isn't the same audience that's interested in your professional life, and vice versa. One of the first things you'll want to do when setting up your social accounts is to network with other professionals and businesses. Not only will they help you promote yourself, they'll also give you content ideas that you can use to attract new clients. You really want to listen to what your clients and the industry are saying and jump in on trending topics. Make an effort to find good quality graphics to use on your sites. With Pinterest, Instagram, and other image-heavy networks starting up, social networks are becoming way more visual. This is an easy way to catch the attention of clients. You should really get to know the ins and outs of each network and learn to appreciate them for their unique functionality. For example, it's okay to send 5 tweets every hour, but if you post that often to Facebook, Facebook will see that as spam and intentionally hide your posts from news feeds. There's a unique benefit to each social network out there. Be sure to cross-promote. Through social media, you can push out links to your website, share promotional information, provide customer service, or even hold a contest. And finally, measure your results. If a particular type of post gets more likes and shares than another, make more of that type of post. You should also keep track of the number of followers you have and compare the monthly and eventually yearly statistics. Digital reputation. The key to building a good online reputation is establishing your credibility. The more trustworthy you appear, the better chance potential and current clients will keep coming back to you. There are a few ways we can do this. The first is to build your persona. I'll get into this more in depth in a second, but when you're creating a Facebook page or a Twitter account, it should match your brand's personality in the real world. Choose a design language that represents your image. This gives people the proper expectations. Those that have already met you face to face don't feel like you're putting on a metaphorical mask, and those that meet you in the future feel like they already know you. It's not enough to only be active on your own social media platforms. You need to branch out and participate in social media discussions that revolve around other topics of your brand's interests. Staying active on other channels increases visibility, draws attention to your own page, and guarantees that your message will get delivered to the right people at the right place at the right time. One of the most effective ways to generate reviews is to simply ask for them. If you feel that a client is extremely happy with your service, ask them to leave a review on a social network. You could do this in person or even send out an email with links directly to your social networks. You also want to respond to the reviews to keep that conversation going. Always respond to any negative reviews, but you have to be careful when you do it. It'll be difficult, but you have to refrain from becoming too defensive. Take a deep breath and explain your side of the story when you respond. If you're too hostile or block the review or don't respond at all, this can turn off other potential clients. And finally, you should publish your reviews. Share them on other social networks and your website. Make them available to as many people as possible. Once you have a good understanding of the different marketing channels, you can start to build your strategy. The first step is to determine your persona, audience, and message, so you choose the appropriate marketing channels for you. For your persona, question what is your demeanor? Are you more of an extrovert and energetic, optimistic and quirky, easygoing and laid back, or introverted and slightly eccentric? Then evaluate your communication style. Are you fast-talking and enthusiastic, articulate and persuasive, long-winded to cover all sides and options, or a polite listener and thoughtful? And then, how would you describe your business? Does your brand have a personality now? Does it look like most of the companies in the category, or is it unique? Then you want to consider your audience. Who are you targeting with your content, and which channels are they on? For example, if you're focusing on the senior market, you're probably best staying off of Twitter. However, if you're looking to sign up those recent college graduates who just got kicked off their parents' plan, Twitter is the perfect choice. Finally, you want to think about the message you're sending. Are they informative, and will they help your audience, or does it just sound like you're talking to yourself? After you've answered those questions, you want to start sending your messages across multiple mediums to find out what works best. There are 3 types of digital marketing mediums. The first is earned media, which is generating traffic through organic means. This is social media, your digital reputation, SEO, and your blog. The second is paid media, which are all of your advertisements. And the third is owned media, which is any content that you control. This is your audio and video, mobile marketing, email marketing, your website, and your blog. You'll notice there's some overlap between earned and owned media. The key difference is whether you're in control of the message. You can control what you write on your website, but you can't control how Google ranks that content. And finally, you want to continuously measure your results. Set up your website on Google Analytics and Google Webmaster Tools to keep track of the number of visitors you have had to your website and how long they stayed there. Google will also tell you the most successful keywords for your website. As long as you set up business accounts on social media, you'll have access to analytics. This is an easy way to keep track of likes and shares and which content is the most successful. So to review, first, set your marketing goals. Ask yourself what you want to accomplish through digital marketing. Then set up all of your marketing channels, create your content, and build your audiences. Finally, you want to measure your results to find out what is working best. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks!